for the serious gamer.
What's going on, NextGenTactics? It's Guns for Hire here with part 2 of the review. This is the multiplayer portion of Transformers War for Cybertron. Yes, and as you'll see here, I'm just going through some of the options here. I mean, you custom character, or you can sort of outfit them, kind of like your standard type of shooter game. You can, change up. You got 2 weapons, your primary and your secondary, and then of course you also have your transformer weapon, like once you've actually transformed into whatever vehicle it is, which you can't change. But anyway, so you got that, and you got perks, which allow you to sort of manipulate a little bit better, like here's hover, and you can change those up and unlock them. Obviously, there's unlockables. Kind of your standard stuff that you'd have in a multiplayer, and that's actually not too bad. And you know what? In comparison to when I did the review on Singularity, it was actually very easy to get into a multiplayer game here, probably because there's considerably more players on it. And, despite my sort of negative outlook on it, a lot of people do enjoy it. A lot of people like it. Now, what you're about to see is me getting my butt whooped because I suck at this. I played like 3 games. And I never, I played the campaign a little bit, so I kind of know a little bit. I'm just shooting here, just sort of trying to get used to the weapon. Now, my problem, number one, is the transformation when you do your, into the vehicle or whatever it is. I know there's actual jets as well, so that's kind of cool, and I probably should have tried that. Other than being able to go really fast for, sprints and stuff like that, there really isn't that much of an advantage to transform. I mean, it doesn't give you this, more power or really special abilities. Again, as I said, other than the jets where you can fly around. But the other aspect of it, as you'll notice going on here, first of all, I found it near impossible to kill anyone. Like, there's some, and I'm not sure if it was in this game here, like as you're watching this, but for what it seems like I was drilling these dudes like an enemy. I was just I put my whole clip into the dude, didn't drop him, didn't do anything, and then he turns around, hits me a couple of times, and I'm dead. And I'm like, what? I just don't get it. Like, I was switching my weapons, I was trying everything. I tried it with the vehicle weapon, I tried it with my secondary, my primary. I even switched up the weapons. Nothing. I don't even think I got 1 kill in the entire time. That being said, I mean, yeah, I know some of you are like, well, that's why you don't like it. Well, no, it's not. I mean, any game that you start, you may not always get, you may not excel. I mean, there's dudes in here that are well beyond me, my level, and obviously know what they're doing. However, that being said, generally when I play a shooter game, regardless as to what, I expect my butt to get whooped in the beginning. It's just, there were so many aspects of this that I really didn't enjoy playing, and so I had no urge to actually get better. It was one of the very few times where I was playing a shooter game and I had zero urge to get better at playing the game. And there's a number of factors that sort of play into that. Number one, all the levels seem to be the same. They're very open. There's not a lot of intricacy to the levels, and by that I mean like places to sort of crawl under, hide, perch up, kind of like your standard shooter game. Like, I mean, even if some of you guys are a little bit older, like myself, and remember Transformers, the cartoon, even the movies, I mean, whatever it is, they took positions, they took like high sniper spots. I mean, they took it areas, and it wasn't always, this just seems so dark, dingy, confined, and one-dimensional. Yeah, by one-dimensional, I don't mean like, it wasn't a 3D scroller and there's not multi-levels. I mean, like, there's nothing to it. There's just walk-around corridors and open spaces. There's no, like, high perch areas. There's no places for you to sort of hunker down and sort of take a little bit more cover and be a little concealed, maybe be sneaky. It's just pure run around and button mash. That's all it seems to do here. And again, like I said, apparently I'm not bashing or mashing my buttons properly, because honest to God, I could not drop anyone. I couldn't drop anyone. Yeah, my aim is garbage and everything, but, and like I said, I don't know if it's in this game here, but one of the games, I just felt like I put my entire clip into this one dude. He runs around a corner, turns around, and like shoots something twice, and I'm dead. And I'm like, really? I mean, seriously. So you know what? I'm not impressed. I don't like the multiplayer. I'm not a fan of the campaign. I wouldn't buy this game, nor would I endorse it. I wouldn't say to go out and buy it, and I wouldn't recommend. I mean, whatever. If you want to rent it, go ahead. Maybe your friends have it, but this game is not going to be like a long-term game. This isn't going to be like, wow, I can't wait for the next one. I guess all 100 people playing it in the end, when everyone else sort of gets bored of it, those people will for sure be looking forward to it. But other than that, I mean, it's a very one-dimensional game. It's not like if you played any other third person. SOCOM, Gears of War. I know it's not the same, but it's a shooter game. It's a third-person shooter game. Regardless, that's what the premise of this is. Yes, you can transform and everything like that, but the elements are not there. It's too simplistic of an environment. You can't. I think I have a shotgun on this too. There's just not much to do. There's these open corridors, huge open spaces, and that's it. That's all you're doing is going around shooting. There's really not much else to this environment. I found it very boring. I found the environments boring. You know, oh, there's some ramps and stuff. Well, whoopty crap. I'm gonna crawl up some ramps, and you can't shoot people from afar. So who really cares? You can stand out in the open all you want. If there's not like, you know, there's a special person like a sniper or something. Like, what is this guy? I think I had the beat on that dude, and he shot me twice. I'm like blasting him, and he still drops me. Like, I don't get it. I don't get what I'm doing wrong here. Maybe some of you would know, but it doesn't matter. I'll never play it again. I'll never rent it, and I don't recommend it. Sorry, I know a lot of you guys are diehards, and you know the critics or whatever, they deem it very high, but you know, maybe in comparison to the last Transformers, because I do actually have the last one as well, and personally for me, I probably enjoyed the other one more than I enjoyed this, and the other one's kind of very simplistic and got bad ratings, but I actually enjoyed it more because it was an open world where you could do all sorts of stuff and climb on whatever you wanted, get onto the buildings, and fight the bad guys that way, whereas this is all like basically holding your hand in the campaign, leading you through corridors. The multiplayer is just, you know, again, it's not, they're entering it, maybe they're starting it, but they definitely have not perfected it. And look, you'll see my score here after. I don't even know how I got any points for anything, but you'll definitely see that I have, I think, 0 or 1 point. Maybe, I think it's 0. So, well, I didn't get any points, which means I got no kills. Anyway, I'm Guns for Hire from NextGenTactics. Sorry for being a downer. I just don't like it. Peace.